Hello everyone and welcome to Easywarcraft 3. Today we're going to watch a replay of a 4 versus 4 game I played yesterday, and I'm going to be the Night Elf player here at the bottom right of the map, and my allies are going to be a human, an undead and another human. So normally I use to set the ally color mode when I play 4 versus 4 because it allows me to distinguish friendly units from enemy units way more easily. However, since we are now watching the replay and I'm doing a commentary, I can as well put the original color. So I'm gonna be the pink player. The human is going to be green, the undead is going to be the orange player, and the other human is going to be the yellow player, starting with a weird late altar.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
So what's the plan here in this game? My plan is going to be to get a Keeper of the Grove, trying to get him at level 2 as fast as possible while teching at the same time, making an insane amount of wisps, making a few Ancient of Protectors just to protect my base, and then straight tech to Chimeras essentially, because on this map it's not easy to get an expansion. As you can see, there's only this red spot here that's available. Then you got those 4 gold mines in the middle of the map, which are not even guarded by creeps. And for those of you guys who don't know this map, it's called Garden of War, and it's a map that you can find on the 4 vs 4 Cross-Realm boat.
I must safeguard the land.
It's not included in the map pool of the ladder 4 vs 4 maps for patch 1.28. as well as many other maps, and I don't know exactly what new maps will be included in the new patch 1.29 when Blizzard will release that, because I read the list but I don't remember. I only remember for sure that they were planning to, that on the PTR you can find Gold Rush.
Your building is complete.
And I think even Friends. But I don't remember about this map. So anyways, as you can see, I'm trying to get level 2 here. Going to creep with the human, since I'm going to be able to use those units. You can see he's using the Wand of Illusion on my Keeper to use the illusion as tanks, essentially, to tank the damage, to distract the creeps from attacking our own units. I get my level 2, so that's fine. However, on the left side of the map, the yellow guy is being pushed by the purple orc, which interestingly is starting with the Beastmaster, but is already forced to town portal. So that has pretty much been held. This blood mage here is doing a little bit of damage to the peasants, but at the same time me and green are creeping like crazy here, just non-stop creeping. In the meanwhile, my tech has started. It's not really a fast tech because, like I said before, I'm going to invest a lot of resources into this Ancient of War, Ancient of Protector build that I'm doing, and that's it because In 4 versus 4 it's very common to get pushed by 2 or even 3 or 4 armies, as if you don't have those towers then the base is completely exposed, and if you don't have units because you're straight teching, then you're in trouble. So of course,
Your building is complete.
if the opponents decide to rush with 4 armies, you're still in trouble, but
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
if they don't scout this build, if they don't decide to attack altogether, it's a very good build to have. It's high risk, but if you get when you get those chimeras, then it's high reward. So
Your building is complete.
you can see we are getting more rifles here, and I'm gonna put the light color mode. This is gonna help you to, it's gonna help me to understand what's going on, and people who are watching as well. So basically our units are the teal units and the enemy units are the red units.
Upgrade finished.
So you can see they are trying, the enemies are trying to establish expansions here, and they are succeeding at least with one, because this one is well protected by towers. So there's not much we can do to break it at the moment. However, talking about hero levels and hero wise, it looks like we are doing better.
This town needs help.
Blood Mage's level 3 is doing a very good job soaking up the mana of the Beastmaster, while the Death Knight is finishing the grunt with a coil. And of course I'm almost level 3, trying to make usage of Entangle to finish off a couple more units. I already killed one or two rifles, and now I'm able to get the Entangle on the Mountain King, and the Mountain King falls. So that's very nice. I think it's too greedy what the enemy team is trying to do, trying to build 3 expansions. They could just focus on those 2 and tower them. Building this tree of life here is a little bit greedy, and I guess it's gonna be punished, and in fact it does. So yeah, everything is all over the place in this game. It's basically non-stop action, non-stop fight. And in the meanwhile, I am taking to tier 3 and I'm getting my upgrades, even though you cannot see that in the replay. Beastmaster is in danger, needs to be microed back. Priestess of the Moon, which is level 3 by the way, is doing some decent damage to the Blood Mage, and she's gonna be able to pick one of those mercs if she focuses them, but first, okay, now she gets it. Maybe even the second one, which is not really good. And she gets it. Nope. Nice block by the human player, blocking with the priest. That was well done. With another hit, the merc would have fallen. In the meanwhile, I'm throwing in a couple of fairy dragons just to have something that's cheap to produce. I could either make talons or fairy dragons, it doesn't matter, it's just to buy a little bit of time until I get chimeras. Just to have that little extra damage to finish off those units after entangling them a little bit faster. But it's not like those units will make the difference. What matters is that I'm gonna be able to throw those chimeras out. That's what we really need at this point in time, to break that fortified position. Again, creeping here together with the Blood Mage. I get Tome of Experience, which brings me very close to level 4, and it gets an awesome Scroll of Restoration. Very good item. Looks like the enemy team is really committed to this massing expansion in the middle, but of course that's costly for them. They're investing a lot of resources into this attempt at fortifying the middle, which means that we should and we will have more units and the better tech to fight in a few seconds. So
Our warriors have
As you can see, I got 3 Chimera roosts already completed. I got the second, I believe, armor upgrades for the Chimeras completed.
Your building is
Rocking in some more entangling the Keeper of the Grove
your building is complete.
of the enemy player.
Your building is complete.
And in the meanwhile, we have some mortars shooting at the Tree of Life, doing some decent damage. Another rifleman gets entangled, and that's my level 4. So the experience on this Keeper really starts to get good. And you can see the Fairy Dragons, even if they don't do much, they still had some nice damage to get those towers down. So the Elf expansion is down now, and I got the first... I should have my Chimeras. Okay, the production starts now. And by the way, I was able to see the upgrade on the Undersoul, so I guess that when I first clicked on that, I was just not researching the upgrade yet. So I have to modify what I just said before. I think you can actually see the upgrade on the Undersoul while you are upgrading. Blood Mage gets entangled here, but is able to escape into the towers. But looks like slowly in time we're going to be able to win this war of attrition, because of course mortars are superior to towers who are just static defense. You can see I even have trees here, and the trees really help to finish off those peasants. You can see I'm focusing there to make sure it cannot repair those towers. But in the meanwhile, the orc is doing a good job pushing me here, and now you see the value of those 3 protectors. Now, if I didn't have these guys, these 3 guys here protecting my base against wyverns, I would have been forced to town portal back, okay, to defend my base, which means that I would have to leave my allies alone. And my Keeper here is very important, because with the Entangle level 2 it provides a lot of potential for hero kills. So essentially it helps us to keep pressuring. If I have to town portal and defend my base, first of all I wouldn't be able to defend alone with the Keeper against this orc army, because even if I got 3 Chimeras cannot attack those wyverns. So I would basically force one of my allies to town portal here and defend my base, which means we would have to leave this position here, and that would be very, very bad, because we need to keep this pressure going here. So by having those 3 towers, essentially I'm able to keep my base alive without having to ask for any help by my allies. And as you can see, more and more Chimeras are coming. And if I use just a few wisps to repair, I should be fine, which I'm doing it right now. And he's not going to be able to break this base with wyverns, even if they are 1-1. He doesn't have enough of them. He needs at least 6, I believe.
Our allies' town needs help.
So finally we have the damage of the Chimeras, which are 2-2 by the way. These Chimeras here are out of position. They are just being triggered by the wyverns attacking them. It was not intended to be like that. But more towers have fallen here. And as soon as I'm gonna be able to have all of my 5 Chimeras all together,
Research finished.
the damage output will become really significant.
Town needs help.
You can see that red is trying to push yellow with tanks now, but there's only 3 of them. It's not like it's a massive number of tanks. Still, my team decides to go and defend. Even though I think he could have tried to defend this with militia, and yellow by himself could defend it, really. It's only 3 tanks. He's got 2 towers, he's got the castle. However, team moves, so I decided to move with them as well. Get some experience from those tanks. But at this point I got like 5 Chimeras. I just need to heal.
Our allies' town needs help.
And now you can see I'm writing break, because I want to break that position once and for all, which will win us the game. Mountain King gets entangled, but he gets away with the town portal. Very costly for him though. And those towers don't stand a chance, even if they have 3 masonry upgrades.
Town needs help.
It doesn't matter because we have frost worms, chimeras, destroyers. Paladin falls to the chimeras. However, they have a lot of hippos now, and hippos are purely focusing chimeras obviously, and they do a lot of damage, so I have to pull back, play the kiting game here. I cannot dive too deep, so I kite back and I decide to focus the main, obviously using the siege power of chimeras. And the town hall falls. Mountain King uses Stormbolt on the chimera, and they are gonna be able to get one of them, maybe not, because the human is doing a good job with those tanks. So we got tanks on the enemy team, and we got tanks on the ally team, on our team I mean. But they just cannot get rid of my chimeras, they just can't. Because I'm protected by my allies, I'm protected by the tanks. And so the only thing I have to do is playing a little bit of kiting, sniping more and more units. Essentially I'm playing like an undead right now. I'm just quickly diving in, sniping units and then pulling back. I'm using my firepower to snipe heroes. Another hero is down. At this point it's very easy, because that's the only thing I have to do. Just kite. More and more chimeras get produced. Yeah, and all we have to do is really do this game and hit and run, snipe heroes. Chimeras 3-2. We have frost worms as well. If he didn't lose them, okay, he still has them.
Town needs help.
The only danger are those chimeras, but he's wasting them against the towers and the phoenix, so I don't know about that. He should use those chimeras, he should use those wyverns to kill chimeras, to kill frostworms, because obviously wyverns are amazing against frostworms and chimeras, but he's wasting all of his damage output against those towers. So while this push is certainly a nice distraction, it's too costly for him. It's losing very valuable and expensive units like wyverns against towers, instead of using them and investing them to defeat chimeras and frostworm, which are a much bigger threat than those towers for sure. So if they used wyverns and hippos both on my chimeras, they would do a better job. And we get to see the ultimate as well. We got tranquility now. This is a happy keeper. We got a lot of hero snipes. And that's it, that's a GG. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like the video, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and if you love the content of my videos, make sure to make a donation to support my work, so I can keep improving the quality of my recordings and the quality of my work in general. And yeah, there's gonna be a new video every day or almost every day on my channel. And if you didn't check it yet, also make sure to check my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Easywarcraft3, and I'll see you in the next video.